Hi guys, how are we all doing tonight? I didn't even realize I was going over 2 minutes. Well, it is Thursday, and God knows my mind is not working for some reason. Words are not coming very easily to me anymore. And, you know, brain is broken, but, been a weird mental fog recently. So, hopefully today's stream, you know, can help clear that up. We're just gonna be doing some personality quizzes because, find those to be a lot of fun. Also, who knows? Maybe we can find out more about myself. Maybe something good. Anyway, first things first, we gotta do some housewarming. So, as you can see, we still got our lovely little box up here for follower goals. Our ultimate goal of 2024 is that we are trying to hit 50 followers by May or June. All right, so halfway through the year, we want to try to hit 50, and I believe we can do it. We just need more people to please hit the follow button if you haven't already, and you're gonna enjoy this. I promise. We have fun here. We have fun here. Of course, the jump between 20 as of right now and 50 is a big ass jump. Big ass jump. I can say words barely today. But yeah, so we're gonna be trying to hitting some follower goals that I've set up just so we have that extra motivation to keep going, keep chugging with these followers. So, our newest follower goal is 25 followers, where we are going to be customizing a Funko Pop. It's going to be fun. We're going to use some metallic paint. We're really going to make it our own, personalize it just that much. Words, English. I can read. I wrote down the thing, and yet I can't speak. Fun. Anyway, 25 followers. It's a Funko customization. It'll be fun. At 35 followers, we are going to be doing a Hogwarts house quiz. Well, Hogwarts house quizzes. We're going to do the official Pottermore, like wizarding website one, and then also there's one on BuzzFeed where it has the different percentages and different personality stuff. So we can find out definitively, once and for all, where on earth I would be, like what house I would be if I was in Hogwarts. Fun fact, I have no clue. For majority of my life, I've identified very heavily as Slytherin, and older personality quizzes, I would always end up getting Slytherin. But now I've taken it again sometime last year. It ended up switching to Ravenclaw, and I was like, but huh? So very confused. I would take it again, and it would flip flop between Slytherin and Ravenclaw. So I think it'd be fun for us to find out collectively where on earth am I. And once this is done, I'm not taking that quiz anymore. We are sticking to just that. Whatever happens during that time, that's it. And for a fun little quiz, Kat also gets to try and take this Hogwarts quiz with me. I'm going to be looking at your answers in chat so then we can figure that out. So, collectively, chat, you are going to have to agree and decide what on earth you want to answer. And then, whatever Hogwarts house that ends up being for that quiz, that is what I'm collectively going to decide for you now. So, heads up on that one for 35 followers. At 45 followers, we're going to be doing a Lego building stream. I have a little baggie that I got as a graduation gift from a friend. We are going to be building a Star Wars X Wing. It'll be fun. Still trying to figure out the logistics of how that's going to work. I've only really played with Legos like maybe once or twice now. So we'll see. But I thought it would be a fun thing for us to do. At 45 followers. And finally, when we hit our ultimate goal of 50 followers, you, my lovely chatters, you get to decide what we do for stream. Anyway, now that all that's in the way, we can focus and have some fun. I honestly recently, and I've said this again, recently I've really been getting way too into fan fiction again. It's because I some sort of subconscious loneliness of some sort, but I don't know. I I'm getting into fan fiction again, and it's just like, oh, well, man, I've just blazing right through so many fan fictions. I think I finished about 7 books just today. And I'm like, I should not be getting this deep into it again, but that's what is happening. So, yeah, that's kind of an example of what I've been doing recently. This is gonna be a little fun. We're gonna go onto BuzzFeed right now. We're gonna do some personality quizzes. See how that goes. So, here we go. You know, I should try to play more games. Ooh, I feel like I should try and play more games, but I also know I need to know this. I need to know this. Like, I want to play more games, but I'm also like very much of a noob, so I'm like, huh. I think I'm gonna move my little icon just that much. So here, it's not as, I guess, jarring would be the best way of explaining there. What on earth is happening with my thing? Welcome to the internet. Okay, there we go. There we go. I figured out what was going on because I was like, what is happening here? No, I haven't. What? Oh, sweet baby bean. What's going on here? Ladies and gentlemen, am I just confused about my life here? Probably. Oh my. Okay. 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 I can figure this out. Think. Because what on earth is happening? Why are you not doing the things I want you to do? I love when I'm like trying to do like some troubleshooting stuff as I'm streaming because I'm like, just notice how bad this is. There we go. There we go. I feel better about this. How do you feel? Oh man. There. You know, I keep moving myself to the place where I'm like, here's a nice little corner for me to just be, and then I realize like, no, that's not it. That's not it. You know what? I'm gonna stop messing around with this because the more I mess around with this, the more I'm gonna be like, oh, that doesn't feel right. That's not right. No, no. Anyway, how many man I rom-coms or home-coms? You know, in order to promote myself tonight over on TikTok, I actually did a little tarot card reading filter where it's like, what have you been manifesting? And I'm like, I just I just want happy. I want to be happy. But I'm like, oh, okay, cool. For what? God, English, words, what's happening? Brain, work. No, I know that like for career and finances, the little thing that says financial freedom, I'm like, hell yeah. Everybody wants financial freedom. We all would love the ability to just be able to do whatever we want and not have to worry about like debt and whatnot. So like that'd be fun. The thing that happened with that weird little what filter where it's like for like relationships and romances, and I'm like, it it told me it was an accidental text turned into something more. And I'm like, I don't know how to feel about that. It sounds like the beginning of like a cool rom com, but also I'm like, I don't know. Okay, so 10 things I hate about you. I know it's based off Taming of the Shrew. They also add a fake dating trope, and I do love a good fake dating trope. But when it I don't enjoy miscommunication in this. I've not watched The Holiday, and I'm so sorry. I've watched When in Rome, and I don't know. I don't like the idea of like, you know, magic being the reason why things happen. Life as we know it. I really like this movie. But like 10 things I hate about you just has a special place in my heart. I think I'm gonna go this. Yeah, this that feels right. I'm just choosing rom-coms. Right, right. That's the freaking point of the quiz. That's what it is. Pick a rom-com and pick a rom-com career. God, what is happening? I've not watched Just Married. I've watched Pretty Woman way too much now. Okay, if I'm being honest, Pretty Woman is kind of the only one I remember out of all of them. So I'm gonna, yeah. I I feel bad because I'm like, I've heard decent things about most of this. like Just Married, Made in Manhattan, the 40-year-old version. There's so many memes about this one. But I'm like, when I think about these four rom-coms, the only one I actively remember is Pretty Woman, so we'll see. Pick a rom-com. I don't think I've watched Chasing Liberty. Sleepless in Seattle, you gotta admit, you could easily edit Sleepless in Seattle to be such a horror movie because essentially she's stalking this man, thinking that he's her perfect partner. And he also has a kid, so she's also stalking the kid. Like, this could easily have turned into a horror movie at any point. I don't remember what happens in Vegas that much, but like, Sleepless in Seattle, when you think about it, it's not really a romance because it took forever for them to actually come together. And at the end, it's not even a sure guaranteed thing that they're together, you know? But like you can easily edit Sleepless in Seattle to be like a horror movie because it's just stalkerish things. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. This fake dating tropes just get me, man. I like the idea of them a lot. Oh, I loved Clueless. I've not watched Notting Hill and I don't want to be honest. I don't think I've watched Wedding Singer. I might have, but I don't remember much of it. I watch Friends with Benefits way too much. I love the idea of this, but for me personally, could never do that situation. Like a Friends with Benefits situation. What do you think? Like, would you actually be able to do a Friends with Benefits situation? Like, you're gonna give me pretty much all of the privileges of a girl that a girlfriend would get out of a good relationship except for the label. And at that point I'm like, might as well just say we're together, we're exclusive, you know? Just, I don't know. The whole idea of friends with benefits is not a thing for me. I can't do that to myself. I I have some self-respect, so I'm like I would want the label. I would want that exclusivity. And if you can't give that, then there's no fucking point of all of it. 51st Dates is so cute. I remember this. Crazy Stupid Love. I barely remember this. I'm so sorry. Ah, She's the Man, based off of one of my favorite Shakespeare plays. It's so fucking funny. Never Been Kiss. There's some I like the movie Never Been Kissed, but when you think about it from everybody else's perspective, like you don't actually know that she's 24 and undercover reporter. So you're seeing a teacher fall in love with his student and recognizing that it's an inappropriate relationship that he's developing with the student, but doesn't do anything to stop it. You know? That it's just an observation I have about like Never Been Kissed. And like we're supposed to root for them to be together in the end because obviously so perfect together. But I'm like, he was in a relationship with an adult and he's he thinks that she is what? She's a high schooler. That's his student. There are certain boundaries they should not cross, yet they were crossing it the entire time that she was undercover. And yet nothing was done to stop it until she announces, "Hey, I'm 24." Somehow, some way, like you get mad about the fact that she's lied to you, right? Understandable, you get mad that she's lied, but also why would you be hurt about the fact that the person that you were falling in love with is actually age appropriate and it's not an off thing to be in love with them? I don't know. The premise of Never Been Kissed is weird. Um, She's the Man is just funny to me, but I don't think it's my favorite rom com out of four of these. I like 51st Dates. I've watched 51st Dates a lot, where it's like he continuously tries to get her to fall in love with him, even though he knows that she'll never remember. But he wants to make her day. He loves her. Like it's so sweet. Anyway, let's see. Oh no, no, no! Phase 4. 27 dresses. I love the idea of 27 dresses where I'm like, after so long of supporting everybody else, taking care of everyone else, she finally has someone take care of her and loves her for all of her messy bits and encourages her to do something for herself. I love that. Confessions of a Shopaholic. Watching it, I'm like, I know it's a rom com, but like, I don't know. Like, it's gotten so like the main character is so obsessed with shopping that she's willing to be in so much debt because she just has to have this item, which is a little weird, you know? Like yeah, and then he falls in love with her as like you find out, oh, she's a good writer. She has so much more to her than her like addiction to shopping. And that's what she learns. She learns to let go of the frivolous things and just be. But like, damn, I man, to all the boys I've loved before, I remember when this came out, and I was like, this is the cutest fucking movie I've ever seen, and I love the soundtrack. God knows this got me introduced to Lau, the artist, and I listened to that entire album. I Met You When I Was 18, I think is the name of that album. And I just listened to that over and over again. I loved it. And again, fake dating tropes that slowly become man, fake dating tropes always just get me. And I don't know why. Like obviously there's got to be some attraction there at first so that when you do fake dating, it's believable. And then slowly but surely you just kind of realize like, hey, we could actually work as a real couple. How do we transition into, hey, I do have genuine feelings for you and I want to actually date you over, hey, I know we're faking it. Like, God, fake dating tropes. Ugh. When Harry met Sally, I like the idea of that it's just a slow burn romance. And it's a strangers to friends to lovers thing. I love that. Who doesn't want to be romanced for their life as you slowly but surely fall in love with someone who's just your best friend? And yes, you can be scared to try to figure out, how do we go from being just friends to something more? It doesn't necessarily have to change. You can still act like best friends. Now you just get to do, oh, like, extra stuff. Like hold hands, kiss, cuddle. Other, you know, things that other things that couples do, but you still can act like yourselves. I think that's what I love. Damn. Man, all of these are so good. Fuck. I think out of all of them, and it's not just because of the timing of when all these came out, so it's like my memory of them is a little bit better. I've watched a lot of these a lot, and to all the boys I've loved before will always stick with me. To be honest, this when this came out, this hit me way too hard. Just the idea of it. God, I love a fake dating trope. Okay, forgetting Sarah Marshall. I don't think I've watched No Reservations. I've definitely watched The Proposal way too much. I don't know if I've watched You've Got Mail. I think I did. I don't think I've watched Forgetting Sarah Marshall, but I've seen clips. Again, The Proposal, fake dating, just does something to my little brain. I think it's one of my favorite rom-com tropes. And I can't but I love a good friends to lovers trope. So I'm like, if it's a friends to lovers trope with fake dating, sign me the fuck up because I can't I love those. Oh, but I also love a good found family one. Love Actually, these two, no, no. Pretty in Pink, I feel like I have watched it. Not sure if I watched She's Just Not That Into You. I don't really like She's All That, if I'm being honest. So I'm like, it's the idea of, oh, you've always been. It's like, oh, this is a nerdy girl with glasses. Oh, she's not pretty. Take off the glasses. Oh my god, she's the most beautiful thing ever. I hate that. I hate that trope. I hate that idea. Love Actually, I like the idea of all these different romances happening at once and we get to see how it all turns out. But like the guy who ends up like doing the cards, it's like a really cute romantic gesture and it's so sweet. But then you take into context what that storyline is and I'm like this is not sitting right with me. This is your best friend's wife. They recently got married. You did not have the balls to talk to her. My dude, saying that the reason you were so rude to her is because you fell in love with her, and then at Christmas, you're asking her to lie to her husband, who is your best friend, so that you can explain that you are in love with her. And then somehow you got rewarded for that. Like something about that whole thing just does not sit right for me. So I'm like, I like the other storylines in Love Actually, but that one storyline with with these two, Kira Knightley, and I don't know this guy. I don't know this actor's name. Kira Knightley. My God, you have a husband. You're now going to have to keep a secret that his best friend is in love with you, and that it got rewarded with a kiss on the cheek. I don't know. I don't know. That one storyline just ruins the whole movie for me. But I don't like She's All That. Cause She's All That, the whole trope of like, oh, just take off her glasses and she's beautiful. There's the whole thing. I don't know. It's such a superficial thing where I'm like, oh, you finally really fall in love with her and take her seriously when she changes herself, changes what she likes wearing to something else. She decides to take off her glasses and do something else. Like she becomes more conventionally attractive. And that's how you fall in love with her. Like I don't like that. I don't think I've watched She's Just Not That Into You, so I don't know. Pretty in Pink, I'm out of all of them, I'm gonna go with this. Doctor. Oh no. You're quick, clever, and your problem solving skills are your best asset. You're calm under pressure and know exactly how to help in times of trouble. Yeah, but I hate people. In the words of a fabulous drag queen, I hate people. I don't necessarily, it's not like I hate people. People get on my nerves a little too easily. And that's an issue of mine. I'm working on it. But also, needles scare the crap out of me. Like, I'm genuinely terrified of needles. And to be honest, I can't really stand the sight of blood. It makes me queasy. So I can't do doctor. I can't be a doctor. No. Anyway, if you're willing to even try sampling these vegan foods, I'll suggest a hobby for you to start this spring. Should be fun. I like vegan food some of the time. We'll see. We'll see. Peppers and olives. I don't like olives. So vegan pizza, peppers and olives. I don't really like olives all that much. Caramelized onion and kale. I don't know. Chickpea and avocado, tomato and arugula. Okay, this is the only one that I'm like, yeah, this looks good. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know about olives. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, vegan burgers. Let's go. Quinoa burger. Why is it spelled like that and pronounced quinoa? I would love to know. Somebody tell me. Black bean burger, a mushroom burger, or a rainbow burger. I like mushrooms. I like mushrooms a lot. If I had to have it, I'm gonna go with mushroom. Oh, I love pasta. Whenever they make like damn good pasta, like vegan pasta, Gus, I'll applause. I'll applause when you can actually do that. So tricolored rotini, I believe is how you pronounce it. Gluten-free chickpea pasta. Ooh, fun. Spaghetti with garden fresh tomatoes. That picture looks so appetizing. I literally just had dinner before this, and it was stuffed shells. But damn, I wish I did my presentation a little bit better like this. Or Lenten Bolognese, right? That's how you pronounce it. I believe so. Okay. Damn, they all look so good and they all sound so good. I think though, out of all of them, sorry, I'm gonna be basic. I'm gonna go spaghetti with garden fresh tomatoes. I can't stop looking at it. It's so pretty. Ooh, we got beverages. What's here? Matcha oat milk latte. Ooh, I do love matcha. It's one of my favorite drinks. A fruit smoothie. Ooh. An oat milk latte. Okay, okay. And then a peanut butter shake. You know, I like peanut butter. I don't like when peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. And it's like so hard to eat because it's like it's sticky and it's there. You're like want to get rid of it, but like you know, I don't know. What are words? What is English? What's happening in my brain right now that's not letting me think? I don't know. So honestly, out of all of these, I'm between the matcha oat milk latte or the fruit smoothie. For me personally, I like coffee. Coffee does not necessarily like me a lot of the times. So iced coffee, cold brews, stuff like that, I really like. And like I love a good matcha. I love a good matcha. Just damn. Fruit smoothies. They're good. I like fruit smoothies a lot too. But like some places I don't necessarily like sometimes their fruit smoothies can be a little grainy, so I'm like I don't know. And like matcha in itself is such a hard flavor to really get right. Because sometimes if you put too much, it's too earthy and it essentially just tastes like you're eating like you're just drinking dirt. But put too little, then you don't have the flavor. Like it's a hard thing to balance. But when you find a good matcha latte, I'm just saying, it's the best in the world. And oat milk, Oh, we got vegan cupcakes. This is cute. This is mad cute. It is. What? This is very springtime with all of this. So there's one with a floral design, one topped with pomegranate seeds. Okay, Persephone. I see how it is. Nice of you to join us. One with a unicorn design. I like the penguins more than I like the unicorns, but it's because the penguins look, not gonna lie, they look stupid and I love it. I love when they look so dopey. I, I don't know why. And one topped with berries. I like the simplicity of the berries, but the floral design is so pretty. The pomegranate seeds are also quite, like, it's simplistic, it's cute, and I get the idea. The unicorn design, I'm like, I'm not as into it. I'm gonna go floral design though, because look at that. Look at all the different types of flowers you can get. I'd love to know what your favorite type of flower is, actually. Because I'm like, I I have a lot of different flowers that I like. In general, I just really like flowers, but I'm also incredibly allergic to pollen. So having actual flowers don't do well with me. Like actual plants, nah, it doesn't work out well for me. But like, they're so pretty. Like I love orchids. I love forget-me-nots. Hydrangeas. Oh, they're so pretty. They make my heart happy. But like also, they make my sinuses hate me. Cause pollen is a jerk. Ooh, surprisingly vegan food. Cliff Bar, Nutter Butters, Oreos, and sweet chili Doritos. I love sweet chili Doritos. Those are my favorite type of Doritos. I mean, yeah, I always try to look for these whenever that happens. I should garden. Oh man, that's not gonna go well. You're down to earth and like to spend time outside. I mean, I guess I do like spending any sort of time out of my house just doing something. because I realize like one of my love languages is quality time. So I don't care what we do as long as I like get to spend time with people that I like being around. So, yeah. Dude, you can just take me on a like we could just go somewhere and just walk around for hours and that'll be the most fun I'll have. I normally do that a lot with friends. Like we'll go to the mall and we won't actually buy anything. We're just going to be walking around or like sitting in the food court talking the whole time. It'll be the most fun I'll ever have. That entire week. Cuz like I'm like I have fun when I'm with the people that like spark joy, you know? Or what is the word? What am I looking for? Like I can't describe it, but I enjoy being around people that I love. Yeah, I, but here, plant some flowers or maybe even some veggies. With a little love and patience, you can nurture a beautiful garden this spring. Man, my dad is more of the plant person than me. Cause like, I don't know. I have a like I'm gonna have the tendency to forget to water the like plants and whatnot. So I'm like, I don't wanna do that to flowers. But I like the idea of gardening more than I like the actual execution. I think if I were to garden, I would only really do succulents or something like that, where something that doesn't need a lot of water and a lot of attention, because I'm gonna forget to take care of them, and I don't want to do that to my plants. Yeah. Anyway, I've seen so many memes from this, especially about this thing called the unknown. So let's figure out which actor from the Willy Wonka experience are you. This was my Roman Empire. Bitch, this is everybody's Roman Empire right now. Okay, favorite candy out of all of these. So there's Skittles, Tootsie Rolls, Reese's, Warheads, Nerds, Sour Patch Kids, Twizzlers, and Hershey's chocolate. Okay, I like a lot of these candies. I don't eat a lot of Nerds, so those are out immediately. Warheads too. I do like sour, but I don't like Warheads that much. I also have to say, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna cut out Reese's too and Tootsie Roll. Like Reese's, I like chocolate peanut butter, but like those things melt so easily, and I'm like, it's not a feasible thing. And like Tootsie Roll, I don't like the chocolate Tootsie Roll. I like the fruit flavored ones because I'm weird. I like Hershey's chocolate, but like I'm not gonna actively seek that out as a snack. Sour Patch Kids, I like the Sour Patch watermelons more than the actual kids, so those are also out. So, in all honesty, out of all these candies, it's between Skittles and Twizzlers. Skittles, damn, they're just good. I love Skittles. You just easily eat them on the go and eat packs. Twizzlers are more of like a childhood favorite, and I do still love Twizzlers. I don't get to have these as much, but God, I love Twizzlers. I'm gonna pick Twizzlers. I think they are my favorite candy. I don't even like licorice though. I like Twizzlers, but I only like the strawberry ones or the cherry ones. Like I like the fruit flavored Twizzlers, but I hate licorice. It's so disgusting to me. But you know, Twizzlers, the best Wonka movie. Okay, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Oh, Gene Wilder. I've not seen Wonka, and I heard that it's a musical, so we'll see. I did not know, Mr. Timothy Chalamet, Timothy Shabugaloo, if you will. I did not know he sang, but like, I'm pretty sure he came from a theater background, so I'm like, yeah, no, that makes sense. And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Look, I like the idea that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory did, where we're expanding the characters and we're getting backstory. But I'm like, at the end of the day, I I like what they did. I like that they gave the Oompa Loompas a personality. The song and dances of all of them are fun. each of the kids have a very specified thing that they're feeling, and it makes sense why, they all get chopped off. But I'm like, I don't know. I can't judge Wonka because I haven't seen it, so that's already out. There's something whimsical and magical about the original Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I like the idea that like they've never, and this is just a little behind the scenes fact for this movie. None of them actually met Gene Wilder until when he was walking out with the cane. So whatever, like all of this, a lot of these scenes with Gene Wilder, especially that the one he's walking out with the cane, when they're going through the tunnel and he's just singing and everything goes crazy. Like a lot of those are real genuine reactions. So like, I find that fascinating. Like for the others, especially like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, because you can't do those types of effects practically. You are going to have to act against a green screen. So everything feels very generic and it feels very sterile. Like, imagine if you were on that little, like when they're going down the chocolate river, passing all the rooms. Like, imagine you would be screaming your head off, like going through that, because like the speed of that and everything happening, you just don't know. The fact that none of them are reacting to it, I'm like, it takes me out of the scene. But Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I don't know. There's something special about that. It always holds my heart, and I'm like, this is cute. I like this a lot. And like they genuinely show like the chokehold that the chocolate factory has on everyone, including the teacher, like the adults in there, the teachers and all that. Like, oh, we're gonna immediately dismiss class so that we can all try to buy chocolate bars. So, I don't know. I think there's something special about it, and I do really love it. It's one of my favorites. Here, okay. Favorite color? Obviously, blue. It is my favorite color, and I can't tell you why. But I do like the shade of blue, but I think my favorite shade of blue is a sort of lapis lazuli blue, like that deep shade of blue with the gold flecks in it. It's so pretty. It's so pretty, and it makes me so happy, and I love it. And I know it sounds pretentious to like be like, oh, it's this type of blue, but I'm like, have you seen lapis lazuli? Right? Yeah, it's lovely. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna just have to go for a bit. Um, please look at my favorite gemstone. It's very pretty. See that's my favorite shade of blue. Y'all, freaking hell. Oof. Oof. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. There we go. There's my transition. Yeah, this shade of blue is just so pretty to me. Sorry for leaving you guys for a bit. Apparently, nobody can be bothered to hold their goddamn keys to make sure they can get themselves in. They're just gonna rely on the fact that there's somebody else there to let them in instead of doing it themselves. And yet, if if you were the one that had to do, that like came late and there's somebody else there, you can't rely on anybody else. Fucking pisses me off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, oh, I have to do everything myself for my like I have to do everything myself for myself. And yet you guys can't do the same. I don't know. I don't know. People piss me off more than I'd like to admit. Okay. Who was the best Willy Wonka child? Augustus Gloop was a glutton. No. Charlie Bucket was just lucky. But like, there is no reason as to why he should have gotten this. Yes, he was the least rotten out of all of them, but also like he was just lucky that everybody else found a way to get themselves out before he did. Like, there's no reason. Veruca Salt is too spoiled and she fucking deserved being tossed down the garbage chute. I cut back to Violet Beauregard. Mike TV, hella intelligent kid, just so apathetic to life. I wish him, I wish he could see more. I do like how they changed Mike TV from the Willy Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So I'm like, oh, they turned him from a cowboy to a video game loving nerd, and I love that little change. So it makes more sense and more modern. And more people can relate to that versus the little cowboy that kid that like always looked like he was dressing up in a costume. Violet Beauregard. Violet Beauregard. Oh my god. I think she should have won. And before you like I've seen the fan theories that like Violet should have won. She is obsessed with like I her whole thing is that she's obsessed with being the best and always wanting everybody to know that. But I'm like, out of all these kids, I think she would have been a good candidate to make sure that the factory would keep running. Charlie has a lot to learn, but he's a good kid. He just I don't think he was ready at that point to be able to take over the whole chocolate factory. But Violet, I feel like she didn't need the training. She could have just done it already. So really could have easily just retired and let her handle everything. I don't know. Um, she was different. She knew exactly what she wanted and how to get things done. Just damn, justice for my girl. But I mean, watching the you know Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Johnny Depp version, out of all of them, not gonna lie, Charlie Bucket, man, I liked him. Freddie Highmore, he was the only one that I genuinely tolerated. I hated the others. But in the original, Willy Wonka, I didn't care for any of the kids, so I didn't care what happened to any of them. That's what happens when you don't really give me time to spend with these characters, see what they're about. It's just, here's the kid. Here's where they are. They got it. That's it. So yeah, if I'm purely basing this off of the Johnny Depp movie, Charlie Bucket. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Oh, I do have to ask, Veruca Salt in that movie, her parents, her father especially, is very clearly English. Like he's very clearly having that British accent, and yet somehow, some way, she doesn't have that accent. How is she not influenced by this? Or maybe just because of the fact that she's like, you know, maybe she got raised by nannies, so she didn't carry her father's accent. But I don't know. I don't know. And like it made more sense of why she's a spoiled brat by having her father look significantly older than her mother. So he's more used to just throwing money onto the issue and just having it all go away versus actually being the rotten apple that she was in the Gene Wilder version, the Willy Wonka one. Here she was just she was just an annoying spoiled brat. Ooh, okay. So worst Wonka punishment. Stuck in the chocolate river, turned into a giant blueberry, the garbage chute, or shrunk to a chocolate bar size. Here's the thing, they easily find cures for this. It's just that you're going to be permanently stuck as this. The garbage chute is just funny. I don't think it's the worst. But yeah, like here you can easily get them unstuck and that's fine. Turned into a giant blueberry or shrunk to chocolate bar size. Those are physical things that are happening to you. Like your physical body has changed in some way, shape, or form that is like you have no control over. That is going to mentally scar you, but also you will not be able to physically escape that because you've been altered in any way, shape, or form. Here, the whole thing is that she ends up getting juice and then she's just permanently purple. That's awful, but she's flexible. And here, the shrunk to chocolate bar size, the way that they fix him is like they stretch him out. At least that's what they did in the Johnny Depp version. And I'm like, now he's just as thin as paper. I don't know. It's between these two that I'm like, damn, I would not want this happening. I think shrunk to chocolate bar size because how on earth are you ever going to live as a normal person again? Like, you can't go back the other way. There's no way to fix it. At least with turn into a giant blueberry, yes, your skin is discolored for the rest of your life, but you can easily get back to what you looked like before. Because that was there is a remedy to cure this. There is no remedy to cure this. This is hard. Okay. And do you think you would make it to the end of Willy Wonka's factory? Yes, of course. I would probably fail by accident. I'd be too full to walk any further. I'm definitely failing. I want to say I'd make it. I'm optimistic. So we'll see. Fuck. I'm Willy Wonka himself. I'm so sorry to those kids that I've definitely traumatized by now. You're a sweet guy just doing his best. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a little guy, you know? You make the most of every situation and show up dressed to impress. You won't even let a gig written, you won't even let a gig written and designed entirely by AI get you down. Why am I not making sense of this statement? What is happening? What is my brain doing? You won't even let a gig written and designed entirely by AI to get you down. Oh, so AI wrote the entire thing, and that's why it was shitty as hell. That's fascinating. Oh, 28 chunky pairs of heel for anyone looking for extra height without losing their balance. Fascinating. Yeah, we're just gonna leave there. I mean, I'm Gen Z. I was born in the early 2000s. So let's see. How many blonde Gen Z characters are there? It can't be that much. Ooh, superpowers. I'd love to know what superpower you would pick out of all the things in the world. Healing, the ability to talk to animals, invisibility, or teleportation. Hmm. Teleportation is going to be like such an easy thing to do because like you need to get somewhere. There, just teleport. But like I like the travel time. Sometimes it's not ideal and you just want to get to where you need to go immediately. But most of the time I thoroughly enjoy just having that little downtime when you're traveling. You know, it can be nice and cozy. You know, nice way to get your thoughts out. Just kind of relaxing. sort of that whole unwind time as you're traveling. At least that's how it is for me. I don't know about you guys, but that's how I view it. I like the idea of healing, but again, I get really queasy around blood, so I don't know. I think out of all of these, I would actually pick invisibility. I like the idea of if I go somewhere and I need to find a quick exit, I can easily just, no, become invisible, leave. I can easily try to find things without anybody really knowing what I'm doing. Like, I don't know. Something about invisibility to me is just more convenient. At least for my personality, so yeah, that's it. What's your favorite way to spend a day off? Hiking in the mountains, watching your favorite TV shows, hanging out with friends, or reading a good book at the park. Man, I like reading, but as of right now, I'm not reading books per se. I'm reading fan fiction. This is my one way of making human connection, because God knows I will not get back on those dating apps again. I, the reputation of those dating apps has slowly just become people who are literally only there for hookups, and I'm not into hookup culture. I don't want to hook up. I would like an actual relationship. So, yeah. But I do love reading. I don't have a lot of favorite TV shows nowadays. I don't really watch TV shows. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. Like this week in particular, it's Matt Pat's last week on the channels as host, with March 9 being Matt Pat's final theory. And I don't know, man, a lot of emotions. I'm gonna be mourning his loss, but also so excited to see what the new hosts are gonna do. We'll see. I think out of all of these, I do like hanging out with my friends, but we're all busy and we don't get to do that as often. And like, we're adults now trying to like catch up and keep up with everyone. It's difficult. That's just a part of adult life. I think out of all of these though, a day off, let's read. Let's read. This is so fucking funny. Oh my god. Pick a Riz level. Wizard of Oz, Restraining Order, Cellular Reception, and Rhizosaurus Rex. I love this. I love this so much. It is so funny. I think out of all of these, I'm gonna go with Rhizosaurus Rex. I don't really think I have a lot of Riz. You know, I don't know if I can consider myself somebody like magnetic enough so people like draw people in. Like I don't think I'm charismatic, right? I don't think I know how to draw people in and keep them for a long period of time. I can try, but I don't know. I don't think I can do that. At least that well. I'm trying to do that, I guess, with this streaming. But to be honest, me streaming is just me having fun. I'm just enjoying this because I like this. So I don't think I have that much. I think I'm a bit more old school when it comes to a lot of things. I figured out recently, at least I figured out today, that I'm like, I don't have a very specified aesthetic per se. I don't like the idea of putting like placing myself into one box and being defined by that forever. I like a lot of varying aesthetics. I like a lot of varying things. Some of those things can be contradictory. I like wearing a lot of black, but I also really like playing around with color. I like I do enjoy dressing very femininely. I also enjoy dressing very masculinely. I also like in general, I like doing androgynous looks. I don't like to be defined by one thing. I'm just me. I want to explore everything. But like yeah, I don't think I have a lot of Riz, so I'm gonna go with Rhizosaurus Rex. Also, this is the one that just makes me laugh the most. Dream vacation: Hawaii, Greece, the Bahamas, or Switzerland? I think I'm gonna go Hawaii. I like the beach vibes out of all of these more. Okay, okay. You have a test coming up. Oh no, I hate tests. I'm a terrible test taker. I I will freak out and I will overthink every single question on tests. And like I'll put one answer in and then I'll second guess myself. And sometimes I'll change my answer, but most of the time I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to trust my gut and go with it. A lot of the times, or at least a lot of the time I found out, I'm like, most of the time what my gut is telling me is the right. Yeah, I have a tendency to overthink a lot of things. So it's like, yeah, you shouldn't do it. Anyway, what do you do? Lose focus while studying? What tests? Study? Crumple up the test and storm them out. Out of all of these, what is most accurate is lose focus while studying. I can attempt to study as much as I want, but to be honest, when I study, I actually tended to do worse on tests than when I didn't study. I can't explain why. I think the reason, again, it's like I have a tendency to overthink everything when it comes to like test taking. So, if I study, I'm going to have all the information there. I'm just going to overthink it and I'm going to talk myself out of the wrong answers. Because I'm like, wait, but this also, I'm like, I think it's this. But also, this one makes sense if you do blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll make so many logical leaps and eventually I'll get myself the wrong answer versus I'm like, I think it's this. That's it. Go to comfort food blueberries, lobster, cheeseburger and fries, sushi, macaroni and cheese, blue raspberry Jolly Ranchers, pasta, or ribs. I think if we're going comfort food, I might go with like macaroni and cheese or a cheeseburger and fries. It's like those are the go-to things. But man, if your go-to comfort food is lobster, please hit me up because I know that just means you have like a shit ton of money that you're like, "Oh, whenever I'm sad," which I assume a lot of people get sad a lot, you know, sad nowhere. The fact that your comfort food is lobster, something that is so rich and it like in general, it feels like it's placed up on a pedestal that's like this is the fanciest of fanciest seafoods ever. If that's your comfort food, you gotta be rich because nobody's comfort food is lobster, at least as far as I know. In terms of like a middle class thing. I'm gonna go cheeseburger with fries though. That seems to be more of my go-to thing than mac and cheese. Don't get me wrong, love a good mac and cheese, love sushi, love a good pasta, love ribs. I love all of these. I don't really like blueberries to be honest. But like just a simple cheeseburger and fries, it doesn't even cost that much, you know? Ooh. 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 This is a good question because this tells a lot about you. Which quality do you value most in people? Kindness, loyalty, protectiveness, or a sense of humor? Hmm. I unfortunately I've seen the bad side of a lot of people in my life. I'm like they're all great people. I've seen a lot of the bad side. I've the one thing that I really just want nowadays is just I want someone who is willing to stay, you know? Because I'm like, kindness, obviously, we need more of that in the world. Protectiveness, it's very sweet. It means that you care so much about other people that you want them to not actively be in harm's way and you will do whatever it takes to make sure that the people you care about will not be harmed. A sense of humor, everybody needs a sense of humor now. You know, just to laugh off life's problems. Like whenever things are not going your way, it's nice to have someone who can find the good side of things and just make fun of it. But I think, at least for me personally, I've been hurt by a lot of people. I'm gonna say loyalty. I want somebody who is going to stay, be willing to put in the same amount of work that I'm also putting in, be willing to meet up with me meet at the level that I'm also putting in. Someone who will just stay. Man, this is just for reliving a trauma. Great. But yeah, no, I think loyalty. Like obviously we all need kindness and we like all these other things are great qualities. It's just for me personally, I want someone who is loyal. It means you won't turn like you're not a fair weather friend. You won't turn away from me just because things get bad. You are willing to stay and tough it out. And that just shows so much more about who you are as a person that you are just willing to keep working, you know? Ah, dance moms. No. I don't know anything about dance moms. So I feel like if I just pick a random person it should be fine. Basing off these pictures, they all scare me. Not gonna lie, this one scares me the most. This one just looks like a Karen. I don't know about her. I think out of all of them, this is like, I don't know, she seems kinder out of all of these faces to me. This one just looks like she'll yell at me because I got her drink order wrong, but also I don't even work here, so why are you yelling at me? Like it's very clear that I'm not working here. I'm not even in uniform. I am just a person standing online waiting for their coffee order. And yet you are finding a reason to yell at me when it has nothing to do with me. You just look lost. You, ma'am, just look lost. So I'm going to go with this one. You also kind of remind me of like, if you guys know Cake Boss, right? This person reminds me of Buddy Velastro's sisters. I don't remember which one, but she looks like one of the sisters of the Cake Boss. Yeah. Which season is the best? Fall, summer, winter, spring. Oh, I do like all of these. Hmm. Here's the thing. I like spring, but also I don't enjoy like the spring allergies that come. I like summer, but I also don't like overheating. So there's that. Let's see. I like winter a lot, but I also don't like shoveling snow. Fall, I a lot of good things are like happen in fall. A lot of good holidays too, and it's nice light coat weather. Well, it's sweater weather too. But oh, and it also fall also has a lot of good drinks. But in my heart of hearts, I love the winter because I love Christmas movies. I love getting to bundle up. I love the holiday sweaters, the holiday PJs, all of the stuff that happens during the winter. I love it. I like getting to snuggle up and drink hot chocolate as I watch Christmas movies. You know, that's that's why I love winter. Taylor Swift song. The Great War, 22, Fearless, and All Too Well. Ah, I don't know. Oh, somebody hit the follow button. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I didn't even see who you were. Wow, we're 4 away from our goal. Let's go. I'm so excited for that. I'm very excited for that. Oh, thank you. Thank you, person. Anyway. Taylor Swift song. Ah, man. Out of all of these, I like All Too Well the most, if I'm being completely honest. It always makes me cry, and the story that you're telling in All Too Well is just sad, but like, I really like it. I can't tell you why. It makes me cry. And like, especially when fanfic writers incorporate All Too Well and find a way to make the lyrics of that song essentially be the whole story. It's insane. It's insane to me. God, they'll get me hook, line, and sinker, and I'll just start crying, and I'll feel way too much. Hey, I really like your username. Have some faith. I'm doing well. How are you? I really like your username. Honestly, it just I don't know why. Your username just makes me feel so good. Makes me feel happy. Have some faith. It's like I'm being blessed today by your username. Oh, I don't know why. Oh, this makes me have some faith in humanity, makes me have some faith in life. I really like your username. It's making me happy just reading it. Oh, I feel like I'm smiling bigger today because of that. Thank you. Oh, but how are you today? I'm doing well. Just doing some personality quizzes. Realize I really like sad stuff, which isn't great, but I feel things way too deeply to like not end up picking one of the saddest things I could think of. I start crying when I listen to All Too Well, and I can't explain why. Okay. Ooh. Choose an animal. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna say a lot about me, and I don't know how to feel about that. But let's see. There's a swan, a bear, an eagle, and an octopus. I don't know why, but that picture of the octopus is freaking me out, so we are not choosing the octopus. I think I think octopi. I think that yeah, that's that's the what is the word? That's the plural of octopus. But yeah, octopi, they're really cool creatures. Looking at them just freaks me out, and I can't explain why. I feel like if I choose eagle, I'm very much saying I'm proud to be an American. And I can't explain why that's it. I just feel like if I choose eagle as a favorite as an animal for this, I'm just gonna say, yes, I'm an American. That's the one thing I'm thinking about. Oh, you've touched an octopus? Does it feel like I don't know. I have the feeling that if you touch an octopus or like any sort of sea life, it's slimy and almost feels like rotting flesh for some reason. You've gone diving? Have some faith. Wow, you are an exciting human being. I'd love to hear more about your life, actually. You've touched an octopus during a dive. Ooh. Ooh. Adventures are fun. Adventures are fun when you can actually afford stuff. Oh, so it touched you, so it kind of reached out and grabbed you, just being like, "You're mine now." Oh, you wouldn't dare actually touch it. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Again, I feel like touching sea creatures, like they're always going to be slimy, but for some reason, when I think of an octopus, I feel like you're going to be touching rotting flesh. Like that's what I imagine the texture to be like on an octopus. I can't explain why, but that's just where my mind is going. I I don't know where I'm coming up with this stuff. I don't know what's going on in this brain. Ooh, it's mush. Eee, I don't. Mush and slime. No, no, no. I'd be freaking out too much about that. For some reason, the idea, like mush as a texture, I hate it. I hate it so much. I can't explain why. There's something about mush, and then you combine that with like mush and slime. It makes my skin crawl. You know? I hate the idea of touching that. Oh, no, it's physically affecting me, so I feel like moving on past that. But like also, it's so fascinating. Mush and slime. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Look at it. God, I can't. Okay, no, no, no. Why do I feel like if I put bear, I'm gonna be end up saying like I'm the masculine, like I'm the most masculine person ever. That's the vibe I get with bear in this case. And I'm looking at the swan, right? My only thought process about picking swan is because of the Swan Princess movie, the old animated Swan Princess movie where the princess is named Odette. I don't even remember. I don't know if I've watched this movie, but I've seen too many clips about the Swan Princess movie that I'm like, I know this. Oh, also, Barbie and Swan Lake. That was a good Barbie movie. God, I love the old Barbie movies. Should watch those again. Yeah, out of all of these, I'm gonna pick the Swan. It's pretty. Oh yeah, Swan is also in The Ugly Duckling. story. Why why am I just coming up with random things about swans now? Swans can also be quite vicious. Same thing with geese, they scare me. But like, they're so pretty, you know? Oh no. Oh no. This one is so weird. Which is the best pickup line? Um, all right. These are gonna be so corny. But let's read these. I what? Do you believe in love at first sight? Or should I walk by again in slow motion? Ugh. Are you a campfire? Because you're hot and I want s'more. That's so cheesy. Are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everyone else disappears. Okay, not gonna lie, that's cute. I that's clever too. A magician, and if that's I like Okay, I quite like that. Okay, let's see. Let's read the last one before we make a decision. If I could rearrange the alphabet, I'd put you and I together. Oh, that's basic. I don't like that. Okay, I really like the magician pickup line the best. I don't know. It's like, are you a magician? Because whenever I look at you, everyone else disappears. Like it's it's cheesy, yes, but also it's like I'm not commenting on like your attractiveness, your appearance. It's just when I look at you, I don't want to look at anyone else. You are the only thing I want to see. Like I like that idea. It seems very romantic. It's very cute. Like the love at first sight thing is like, okay, right, you just want my attention. It's cute, it's fine. Are you a campfire? That one, again, you're commenting more on like, I guess, my general attractiveness. I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. The fact that you're like, out of all of the things you could say, you just think I'm hot and you want more. That's it. And then this is just cheesy and overdone with. Like, I'd put you and I together. And I was like, I, th- if I heard this, I would be like, I think the alphabet is just fine as it is because the letters N and O are together. You know, like it's basic, and I would appreciate if you're gonna do a pickup line, get me to think about it. This one's just sweet to me, and that's it. Like when I look at you, I don't want to look away. I can't see anybody else because you are the only thing I want to look at. I don't know. Something about that just feels romantic to me. So that's my pickup line that I'm picking. Ooh, okay, okay. I feel like we're almost done here. So let's go. What's your perfect date? Ooh, a romantic picnic, watching movies and snuggling, going to an aquarium, or going to a museum. I feel like I should mention now. I've never been to an aquarium in my life. I've always wanted to go, but yeah, I've never gone. I feel like it would be a fun thing to do. But who knows? I've been to a museum. I like looking at the attractions. They're fun. Romantic picnic is sweet. Watching movies and snuggling. Here's the thing about me. If we're going to watch a movie, you have to deal with my commentary about the movie. Like I'm going to be commenting on the characters, their opinions, what's happening. Like I'm going to be talking the whole damn time if we're watching a movie. I mean, I won't try to talk as much, but I'm going to be like commenting and I'm like if we watch like a horror movie, I'm gonna be trying to talk myself out of getting scared. So I'm like, why on earth are you making this decision? It feels like the wrong, like, I'm gonna like try to figure out a way to like get myself out of the situation. And I'm like, let's talk. I don't want to try to scare myself while watching a horror movie. I'm gonna like rationalize and just be like, well, this, and the other thing. But I will also make commentary on other movies. I feel like I'm the worst person to watch movies with, but like, it's what I do. I mean, if I'm watching a new movie with someone, I won't talk as much, but like, I still make little comments, probably to myself. If you don't enjoy that, I'm so sorry. But that's just how I do things. A romantic picnic, there better be enough food in there. That's all I'm saying. I love food. Your girl is hungry. But also, I like the idea of going to a museum. You just gotta look at all of the, what, exhibitions, I think is the word, right? Like, you just get to go around, learn, and just take in the culture, see what people thought were important enough to put in a museum and why. It's sweet, but like out of all of these, I'm going to picnic. I like my food. Besides, museum food is expensive and most of the time quite bland, and I feel like I'd be too annoying to watch movies with. Yeah, yeah. That's my reasoning anyway. Choose a school subject. So there's art, history, gym, and English. I've never liked being in history class. I do find world history, no, sorry, the words. I find world history to be very fascinating, but at the end of the day, you find out that majority of world history is just Europe got bored, so they decided to do something. Like Europe got bored, so they decided to fuck over everybody else. That's it. That is the general thing of world history. US history is I wonder if we can do something else. Like US history is I'm going to try to prove to my daddy, the United Kingdom, England, I'm gonna try to prove that I'm better than my daddy in every way possible by doing the exact same things as they are, but saying it's for freedom for my own sake because I'm different. I'm the special kid. I'm not athletic enough to enjoy gym, but I like the fact that in gym, as long as you are trying and are actively showing that you are trying and putting in an effort, you will always do well. But me being me, I love art. Art was one of my most fun classes I remember when I was in high school way back in the day. I enjoyed art. I could just make whatever the hell I wanted, obviously within reason, but like I could make whatever I wanted and like I had a vision and I could find ways of executing it. It's just I enjoyed it. Just you can create an entire world on a canvas. As long as you see the vision, you see what you want to do, you can do whatever you want. You can turn nothing into something. And I love the idea of that so much more than just sitting down and having somebody tell me stuff. English I also enjoyed. I did enjoy my English class. I did not like my English teacher in high school, at least my junior and senior year. I didn't like my English teacher. But then again, she was a bit of a pretentious prick and also showed heavy amounts of favoritism. So I'm like, not my fault. But no. I enjoyed our poetry sections a lot. I enjoyed reading and dissecting things. But I'm like, as long as we are actively making sure that we understood what the general theme of the book is, like whatever it is we're reading, the general theme of what the author is trying to do, and that's all we focused on, then I would have fun. But no, no, no. We had to focus on the fact that our English teacher, I had a feeling that our English teacher had not felt the touch of a man in years, even though she is married. It was just like, why are you focusing so much on this thing where it has nothing to do with the story? Like senior year, we read Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Had fun. I loved the book. And then in order to compare it to a modern day example, we watched Edward Scissorhands. Because obviously, yeah, and like you can see like the through line between Frankenstein and Edward Scissorhands. But obviously, it's going to be a bit of a nicer way of packaging it with Edward Scissorhands. But unfortunately, that English teacher focused way too much on phallic imagery and all this other things that had to do with like sex and men. And I was like, what does this have to do with the theme of Frankenstein? Like, the whole thing about Frankenstein is that we're trying to figure out who was more of a monster. the thing that was created or the man who created it. Isn't that the whole thing of Frankenstein, which we did talk about? But like, why are you focusing so much on these phallic images and all that stuff? Like, I get it, you know, having all of these traditionally masculine things, especially in Edward Scissorhands, to show how soft Edward is versus all of these like really hard masculine values that they're trying to drill into him just to show off how different he is. Like I get that, but that's not where that teacher focused on. That teacher focused on like this looks like a penis. Make please put down a note on your notes that here's another image of like phallic imagery. Oh look, the light is shining on his crotch. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Yes, it all seems intentional, but what does that have to do with Frankenstein? I don't know. I hope she's doing well, but it really feels like she should have talked to her husband, because I do think that she had not felt the touch of a man. If that was the one thing she focused on, with a bunch of high schoolers, it was weird. It was a weird 2 years. Anyway, sorry about that tangent, but like I still think about it and I'm like, what is going on? What happened in that class was so weird. I'm like, are we actually learning something? Or are we just realizing our teacher really needs sex and that's all she's thinking about right now? I don't know. It's freaking me out. That was it. That was my whole thing senior year with her. That's it. Anyway, best birthday present. Ooh, handpicked flowers, a necklace, perfume, or a Polaroid album. I like the idea of Polaroid albums, where you took pictures of all the important moments and you decided to put it together. Having those memories there, and it shows how much you cared, how much time and effort you put in. You didn't spend a lot of money, but like you took the time and effort to decide, like, these are the things that I want to remember with you. I don't know. I like the thoughtfulness of this. Oh, I forgot what the whole point of this quiz was. I was like, here we go. I completely forgot what the point of the quiz was. Okay. Your most compatible what is the name of this quiz actually? Which of these blonde Gen Z characters are you most compatible with? Oh, damn. Okay, that I completely forgot about this. I'm most compatible with Jeremiah. He's one of the brothers from the Summer I Turned Pretty series, right? Man, the Summer I Turned Pretty, the main character of that has so many problems. And a lot of it is just because pure selfishness. Just, just, there's also so much miscommunication that I'm like, I can't get into this type thing. So I can't watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. That's it. That's just a me thing though. Okay, so Jeremiah will appreciate your kind and compassionate nature, and you two will fill every day with summer fun, no matter the time of year. His red flags? He's super jealous and has a lot of drama with his brother. Of course, he'd had drama with his brother if him and his brother are competing for the same girl. In the end, though, incredibly toxic relationship. Why on earth would you keep on any of them? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, I'm gonna. Let's do these. Because I'm bored. Okay. Attend Disney Princess University, and I'll give you your major. But don't blame me if it has you questioning your real degree choices. Okay, I've already graduated from college, so let's see what you think I should have done. I'm a huge nerd, so let's see. Congrats on your acceptance to DPU. Huh, I guess yeah, that would be the acronym. I don't like it though. It's just it's a weird acronym. DPU. I'm like, yeah, no, okay. Which kind of poster will you hang up in your dorm room? something travel oriented, something nature oriented, something ethereal, or something vintage. Out of all of these, I like this picture the best. So I'm gonna go ethereal. I assume ethereal would just be like, I don't even know. It's like, I don't know what ethereal would be encompassing, but I'm like, stuff like this, where it reminds you that you are just one being in a vast world. So much to see, so much to do. One small thing that you decide to do can easily influence something else. Yeah. So I hope that most people decide to do. Yeah. They decide when they realize how small and they are in the world, you decide to go out being a little kinder, being a little nicer to everybody, you know? Anyway, you're feeling fancy on your first day, so pick a dress to wear. Something floral, something with long sleeves, something that makes you feel like royalty, or something short and freeing. I think out of all of these, the something short and freeing, just, yeah, this feels right. I'm like, I want to be able to move around and just go about my day and do stuff. Ooh, first class of the day. Ancient Magic with Professor Elsa, Women in War with Professor Mulan, Maritime Archaeology with Professor Ariel, or Cottagecore 101 with Professor Snow White. I love how they're all professors. I'm not gonna lie, out of all of them, Women in War, I want Women in War with Mulan. It seems like fun. Okay. Ooh. Second class of the day. This is fun. Wide World of Women's Sports with Professor Merida. Why does that make so much sense? Of course she'd be a gym teacher. Art and Astronomy with Professor Rapunzel. Oh, cute. Ethics of Conversation with Professor Pocahontas. And Fairy Tales Around the World with Professor Bell. Out of all of these, I'm going with Art and Astronomy. This just feels right. Ooh, we got a snack, y'all. Okay, cookies and juice, cute. Fruit and a granola bar, cute. Coffee in the largest cup they have, that's a mood. Chips and an energy drink. That was also a mood. Man, I remember college. Just I brain broken so often. And I graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Physics. Like I'm a huge nerd. Huge nerd. And I was like, I wanna do stuff, but also no. You know? Brain was broken. Brain was broken. What's your third and final class? There's only 3 classes in a day? Okay. Weird. That was interesting. Okay. Finance your future with fun with Professor Cinderella. That's an interesting class. History of maritime exploration with Professor Moana. Cool. Basics of business ownership with Professor Tiana. Or fashion design with Professor Mirabelle. Ooh, honestly, I'm between Cinderella and Tiana. Out of all of this, though, I think what something I would find most fascinating in and would make sense for me in my life, finance your future with fun. I don't know, it just feels right. Ooh, after classes, you have to head to your part time job. Where do you work? As a museum tour guide with Meg, at a community nonprofit with Jasmine, at Snowman Sweet Bakery with Anna, or just run down the hall. You run an Etsy shop with Aurora out of her dorm. I think I'm gonna go with Jasmine. I That seems accurate to what I actually did. Spent so much time in the church helping out. But yeah, also I don't identify as Christian anymore, so there's that. Oof. Time for dinner with friends. Ooh. What are you hungry for? Tacos or Chinese food? Fast and filling. Anything from a food truck. Ooh. Sandwiches at the local bistro or the local sports bar or tavern. Ooh, I do love a good food truck, but tacos are Chinese food. I'm gonna go food truck. Food truck seems right. What an exciting day! How will you how do you unwind once you get home? Scrolling on social media, mood. Sleeping, starting homework or projects, and working out. Dude, I'm gonna be scrolling on social media. Man, it's so hard to figure out the time when you're on TikTok. Plus, again, I so much fan fiction. So much fan fiction. I can't stop reading, and it's not a good thing. Ooh. Oh, fancy. Fancy, fancy beds. Finally, pick a cozy bed to sleep in. Okay, I like all of these. I'm not gonna lie. I like how soft they all look. Like you just want to jump in and sleep the rest of the day, you know? But I don't know. This bottom left one, it's cute. It doesn't feel right for me personally. The top left one, this one right here, it's also quite sweet, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right. The top right, it's very whimsical, very much giving like the most enchanted thing ever. But I don't know. I don't necessarily enjoy the idea of sleeping in a forest for some reason. This bottom right one, I know it looks like I'm just sleeping in a tent, but like it feels practical and I think I like this the best. It's just it's just the bed. Oh, oh. Well then, I guess I guess this is just the universe's way of like, hey, remember this thing you wanted to do? Yeah, you should do it. You should do it. You should major in breaking into song and nobody questioning it. Where is the music coming from? How are the words coming to you so easily? I wish that was a real thing most of the time. Doesn't matter. With this degree, you can musically express all the feelings in your heart without the fear of people judging you. Okay, alright. I guess this is time for me to try to get back into teaching myself how to play the ukulele and learning songs again. I do miss performing in choirs, so we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? I might make that into a stream where we're just gonna find random songs on the internet and see if I could teach myself how to play them on the ukulele. So then we can start getting back into that. Who knows? I may post some covers over on YouTube or TikTok. We'll see. We'll see. I do have a video I gotta make for TikTok soon. I got some unboxings to do, so we'll see. Anyway, so I think this is gonna be my last personality quiz of the night. So, should be fun. Let's find out which spring aesthetic you should try on for this size this season. I swear I can read, but just barely read. Anyway, first question. What is your favorite part about spring? Warm weather and sunlight. I mean, I do really like the warm weather. Just love being able to look into the sun, just kind of bask in the sunlight. I love that. The flowers that start to bloom, it is very pretty. It is very pretty to watch the flowers just come out of nowhere after harsh winters. So sweet. Um, the creatures, I don't know. For one time, freshman year of college, as I was driving home, out of nowhere, I remember this like it was yesterday. I was just driving down. I was still relatively near my campus, but I was a good like 10 to 15 minutes away from my campus. And out of nowhere, there's just this deer that ran across the road and went into someone's yard. Like it's right there at the front yard, and it just starts eating the grass at this person's front yard. And like it wasn't directly in front of me when it happened, but I was like, "Oh, where did this deer come from?" I'm like, "I'm out in the suburbs. There is no forest nearby for this deer. Where did you come from? You magical creature, you!" Like It was very majestic to watch, but also it's like, huh? Thank God it didn't get hit by any cars, but it was just there, running across the street to just eat grass on someone's front lawn. It's the weirdest thing ever. Never had that happen again afterwards, but never forget that it actually did happen. I've seen a deer or spring break. Spring break. I mean, now that I've graduated from college, I don't really spring break is not much of a thing for me. So we're gonna do the warm weather and the sunlight. I like being able to not have to wear so many layers when I want to go out. Yeah. Favorite color? Ivory, yellow, pink, the rainbow. Okay, out of all these, I'm gonna go with the rainbow. I love color. I love messing around with all these different colors. Spring holiday. I forget how many holidays there are in spring. April Fools. I don't enjoy a lot of pranks that some people do, but it is fun to laugh. It's fun to laugh. St. Patrick's Day. Oh, I gotta remember to wear green 10 days from now. Wait, when is St. Patrick's Day? Let's see here. Oh, St. Patrick's Day is next Thursday. I gotta remember to wear green then. Make sure you guys wear green on St. Patrick's Day. Wait, right? No, it's not. You know, wait, let me look at my calendar again. St. Patrick's Day. Oh no, St. Patrick's Day is Sunday, 17th. So make sure to wear green on the 17th. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm doing something on the 17th actually. I'm not going to enjoy it, but I'm doing something the 17th. Oh shit, I just gotta remember to wear green in some way, shape, or form. Guess I'll just put the green in my hair. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, Cinco de Mayo or Easter. I had a friend whose birthday was on Cinco de Mayo. I do hope they don't get overly drunk whenever that happens. But like, yeah, it's fun. Love Mexican food. So Easter though, I feel like out of all these, I actually celebrate Easter. Because again, I was raised as a Roman Catholic, so I have a lot of memories of Easter. But yeah, it's also Easter's fun. Besides, we get so many stuff in stores for Easter, like Peeps. Oh man, I made a TikTok about this too, but like I've seen the emo Peeps in real life. Very happy. Was very sad to find that I could not find a decent Midwestern emo song for that TikTok, but I was very happy to find the emo peeps. Emo peep plushies. Yeah, there was four of them. I have pink, a yellow, a purple, and I believe green, but I don't remember. I'd have to watch it again. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, have a spring brunch. Croissants, French toast, pancakes, or parfait. Dude, I'm going to French toast. I love a good French toast. It's so filling and so good. It's it seems like it should be an easy thing to make, but it's actually kind of not. But damn, when you get a good French toast, it's just perfection. Have some more brunch. Okay, we're just gonna be eating. Cereal, ooh, chicken and waffles, crepes, or donuts. Damn, this is hard. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I like my chicken and waffles the best out of all these. A good chicken and waffle is fun. Pick an outfit for the picnic. All right, these are just clothes. Um, I guess out of all of them, I'd pick this one. I like I like the bottom right a lot. I like the top right a lot. My normal style is generally like the top left or bottom left. But if it's Easter, like spring in general, let's go bottom left. I like the jean jacket of it all. Just having a nice light jacket. It's nice. It's fun. Best way to keep warm even when it's a little cool out. Pick an outdoorsy hobby. Stargazing, tennis, painting, or gardening. I love stargazing. I love being able to actually look out. at the sky and just see how many stars there are. Possibility of different suns, different planets. It's fascinating, don't you think? And you can find these constellations if you know how to look for them, and just be like, oh look how bright that star is, and that one. Just finding out that you can figure out the based off the brightness of the star, like how many light years away it is. I don't know. Space in general, I think, is quite fascinating, and there's so much we don't know about space. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want to just go out and just sit in the quiet and just observe? That's a me thing. I don't know if anybody else does that. Oh, which flower describes me best? Carnation, daisy, sage, or ivy? I don't know. I like the carnations. They're quite pretty. But if I'm going to say like a flower that describes me best, I think I'm an ivy. And I can't explain why. Out of all of these, ivy just feels like me. If I was in a better place, if my brain was actually working, I could explain why. But as of right now, brain is just slowly going, "Bah, bah, 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 bah," just shutting down. So, we're gonna have birds. I love birds. They're so they're so pretty. Okay, anyway, pick a bird: an owl, a cardinal, a robin, or a parrot. I'm I'm between a robin and a cardinal, and I just like the fact that they're quite pudgy. They're very adorable. I think I'm gonna go robin actually. Fly, robin, fly. If you've seen the Lego Batman movie, you'll know that one. Ah, fly, robin, fly. Ooh, trees. Okay, okay. An oak tree, a cherry blossom tree, a sequoia tree, or a palm tree. You know, back when I actually had hobbies and stuff, I would draw cherry blossom trees everywhere, all over my notebooks. It even got into my artwork. Like, I would always be drawing a cherry blossom tree. Oh, interesting. So, this is the spring aesthetic I should try on. It's scene aesthetic. If animal prints, rainbow accessories, MySpace, and being random while abbreviating every word ever known to man make you feel joy, you should definitely have a scene queen spring. That's fascinating. Wasn't scene also part of like the emo movement at some point? Hmm, I don't know. Anyway, I. Ooh, what's happening here? Anyway, thank you all for coming. I do appreciate you all. I really hope you enjoyed this. I appreciate the support. I love you all. We are getting really close to our follower goal of 25 followers. Remember, when we hit 25 followers, we are actually going to be customizing a Funko Pop that I have. We're going to be using some metallic paint, figuring out generally what kind of design we're going for with metallic paints I have, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it. Anyway, thank you for all of you guys coming to the stream. Thank you, Twitch followers. If you haven't hit the follow button already and you have enjoyed what we've done here today, please hit the follow button and be a part of our lovely community here. I would love for us to keep growing. I hope that we're making this little corner of the internet just that much better, that much brighter with everything that we do here. So, if you want to be a part of that, please hit the follow button. And if you are watching this over on YouTube land, thank you for sticking around the whole video. If you enjoyed this, please hit the like button. And also maybe consider subscribing because I do have other content like this. So I do post these VODs over there. I do have other social media platforms, so if you want to follow me over on there, they're all linked in my bio. I have a TikTok where I mostly mess around with filters, I do shopping hauls, and just mystery unboxing stuffs that I have. You can follow me at Kai_oh_my, that's TikTok. You can follow me over on Instagram. Sometimes I repost some stuff from TikTok, but the Instagram is mostly just me posting about my Funko Pop collection. It's quite large at this point, and I might have a problem. I definitely have a bit of a problem. It's definitely all over my room. But yeah, follow me at Instagram at Funkos_oh_my. If you're feeling a little spicy and also just want to see something that I haven't actually been on for a while, if you want to see me fangirl about a project that I like watching over here on Twitch, you can follow me on Tumblr at Kai-oh_my. That all should be linked in my bio. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a good night. I will see you all most likely tomorrow. I think we're actually gonna play some games tomorrow. We'll see. It should be fun. Thank you for spending this night with me. I hope you all enjoy. Anyway, here is a nice little outro. I'm gonna play you out to some music. Okay. Bye guys. See you tomorrow. Love y'all. Fuck. This is so scuffed.